taking a Max Klare in the first round with the production he's probably going to end up with. But had he done what he did at Purdue last year in the box score, good, and then tested well, that guy's probably pushing end of round one. Like, he was the most sought after tight end of the transfer portal by, and that doesn't mean that much for the draft, but by a large margin because of what he was doing on tape. And he's got the frame, and I think that and again, he's young, and I think the inline blocking for where it is now is way ahead of most guys. It's sort of, watching him sort of felt like, I didn't watch Sam Laporta when he was a prospect, so I wasn't really like doing this yet as much. But like, I went back and watched him this off season as a college player, and like the disconnect between the way everybody was talking about him as a blocker and what I was looking at was like huge. And I feel the same way about Klare when I watched him this summer. So I think, like, a guy like that has it sort of has first round DNA as a player. Um, but it's going to be tough to justify with the production, and I just don't think his name's going to have the kind of buzz that it would need to carry him into the first round, even though he could end up being a guy that we look back on and say, oh, how did that guy not go in the first round? I mean, those happen all the time. Laporta was one of them. Um, and I think the same way about Daquan Wright, just in part because of the system and the volume production, even though he's second in the country in tight end receiving, um, which is kind of crazy given the way that offense is set up.